Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
В Николаеве уже находится термоядерный боеприпас, который будет предназначен для использования в качестве провокации. Предполагается, что взрыв этого боеприпаса, на фоне постоянных утверждений США и НАТО о том, что, Россия готовится к применению ядерного оружия, в преддверии этого наступления или в ходе этого наступления, для того, чтобы сказать, что Россия терпит поражение и нанесла ядерный удар по украинским войскам, который закончится...
мы про это проговаривали много раз.
Который закончится, несколькими десятками тысяч жертв среди мирного населения, позволит Соединенным Штатам Америки оправдать крупномасштабные ракетные удары по территории, по нашим войскам в этих регионах и по территории России. То есть фактически оправдать вступление...
То есть, насколько я понимаю, у нас нет...
But I think it's more likely we're going to end up, if we end up in a war, a real shooting war.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
In December 1950, the North Atlantic Council decided to give to a single commander, General Eisenhower, sufficient authority to organize, equip, and train an integrated NATO force for the defense of Europe. The task before him was unprecedented. Though each of the NATO countries would see to the supply and support of its own national forces, the Supreme Commander would be responsible for their coordination into a single international force.
The U.S. military has added an additional 20,000 troops to the European theater, taking the total there to around 100,000. And many of those troops are in Eastern Europe. Only on CBS Mornings, we are getting a look at the U.S. forces closest to the fighting in Ukraine, supporting NATO allies and sending a very clear message to Russia. Charlie D'Agata is in Romania for us this morning. Charlie, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. Romania is now home to the 101st Airborne Division. It's the first time it's been headquartered here in Europe in nearly 80 years. This is some of the equipment they brought from home, a 777 howitzer, ready to roll at any minute. They're specifically trained to deploy on any battlefield in the world within hours.
Go, 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 go!
Ready to fight. The reason one of America's most elite air assault divisions has been sent right here, right now. At a forward operating site, we watched as U.S. soldiers and Romanian troops pounded targets in a joint ground and air assault. The tank rounds and artillery fire are real. So is the enemy, meant to recreate the fight against Russian forces in Ukraine. A message to Russia and NATO allies alike, we're here.
The real meaning for me to have the American troops here is like if you were to have allies in Normandy before any enemy was there.
In all, roughly 4,700 soldiers of the 101st Screaming Eagles from Fort Campbell, Kentucky, have been deployed to reinforce NATO's eastern flank.
You've had an opportunity to watch, observe, and possibly study the Russians. What do you think of them so far?
So we're closely watching them. So we're building objectives to practice against that replicate exactly what's going on in Ukraine. We're the closest American unit to the fighting in Ukraine.
And what does that feel like? What does that mean?
It keeps us on our toes, right? So it makes my
Ready to fight tonight is a message that we've heard repeatedly. It's not just about defending NATO territory, but if the fight escalates and NATO partners are under threat, they're fully prepared to cross over into Ukrainian territory if ordered to do so.
The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.